Stephanie, don't do this to me.
Can I not please have a moment, a private moment with my son?
Sweetheart, Thomas misjudged. That's all it was.
Logan, I asked you not to follow me.
I misjudged too. What more could it be?
Could we have a private moment, please? This isn't helping.
And are you helping my new best friend?
Stephanie, is there a problem here?
Nothing you don't already know about.
Then why does it look so unseemly? Brooke wanting to see her husband and you standing between them.
Look, I'll be right down, all right?
Good.
Ridge, there's nothing that can be said here right now that matters, except between you and me. Hey.
Dad's not here. Where'd you disappear to?
Thomas. Am I a terrible person?
Maybe. Anybody as nice as you probably has an axe murderer side. Why?
Well, first of all, I pushed hope for the future onto the runway ahead of your men's line.
Yep, that wasn't easy. I tried to compensate, but...
And second of all, I kissed the wrong person.
Can almost say there's a lot of that going around. I had to do something. The press was leaving, wanting to file their stories, so I had to promise them an even bigger story was coming right up.
Absolutely, I think that's great. What did you do?
After my preview, I came back out on the runway with Brooke. I leaned into her and I kissed her.
You leaned into her?
Yeah. I kissed her like a son isn't supposed to kiss his stepmother.
Thomas.
It's what my father would have done.
Yeah, because he's married to her. What did my mother do?
She was surprised. But you know, Brooke, she's a team player.
Oh, don't tell me she just let it happen.
She wanted to support me. Is that so wrong? I thought if anybody would get this, it would be you.
So, what was I supposed to do, Eric? Humiliate Thomas in front of the press, in front of everybody?
Well, it depends. Who would you rather humiliate, Thomas or your husband? Brooke, this is the way life works. You make a snap decision in front of all of these people. All these eyes are on you, and it's the wrong decision, and all of a sudden nothing in your life will ever be the same again.
Don't tell me that, Eric. It was only a mistake.
Can I say something to you as a friend? Consider retiring the word mistake from your vocabulary. It's not going to serve you very well this time.
What do you see?
I imagine you're going to tell me.
No, I'm not. I know you love her. And I accept that. I even understand why you love her. Let's take a look at it together. What's the first thing that happens? She's surprised. Does she step back? Does she reject it? No, she accepts it as though it's perfectly okay.
She didn't know.
Until she knew. I'm asking you just to pay attention to what you're really thinking and really feeling. Is this something you would ever done?
No, Mother, of course it isn't.
No, of course not. Because you know it's taboo. Let me frame it to you this way. Would you have ever thought of kissing Hope that way? But it seems to happen over and over again with Brooke. Come on, Tom is the third generation this is going on with.
It was a stunt. Granted, it was in very poor taste, but it was just a stunt.
Are you absolutely certain of that? There's sort of an invitation there, isn't it? I don't know that she's even necessarily aware of it. But men see it. Boys see it. Tom saw it, reacted to it. I think you see it too.
What did people say?
There was a gas.
Well, yeah, but what did they think was going on?
We'll find out when the stories hit the morning news.
Oh, God. What did Dad think?
Dad's not very happy.
Of course he isn't, but he doesn't blame my mother, though, right? Oh, Thomas.
She'll make him understand. You know how they are.
I'm sorry. Why exactly did you think that I would understand?
Because you know. Because you're like me. You've grown up with all the scandals, the outrage, the tabloid covers. You understand, it was a bunch of noise that didn't mean anything. Our parents' secrets were blasted out in headlines, but we were safe. We were loved. Nobody was a monster. Everything made sense as long as we were watching closely. So what I did tonight was saying, hey, we know what you think. We know what you're going to make of it, and go right ahead because we know who we are. We like being us.
Don't you be angry with me, too.
I'm not angry with you, Brooke. I'm the one who's always on your side. But I do get frustrated with you. I mean, you know Ridge doesn't think that Thomas is having an affair on the side with you.
Oh, please.
What's frustrating to me is that a woman as beautiful as you are, and as aware of it as you are, could so consistently disregard the importance of appearances. Now, granted, I do that myself sometimes. I'm worse at it than you are. It's one of the things that's made us such good friends.
Okay, you know what? I don't really know what you're saying right now. I don't really look at appearances. No, I look at the truth. I look at what is, what's real.
Look, Brooke, listen. If a nice man, a nice safe man comes across the crowded room to you, and it's apparent to you that he's going to kiss you, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
I would tell him we would have to have a very serious talk in private.
No, Brooke. You don't respond to a public provocation with a private chat. You don't do that. The first thing in mind should be, how can I possibly embarrass my husband this way?
Eric, my gosh, this is Ridge and this is Thomas. Thomas is Ridge's son. What are you talking about? Ridge loves Thomas. I hope he can forgive me.
How is it possible that over the years you just get younger?
I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah,
Don't let go of her.
Oh, my Lord, would you stop this? You see what
Look,
the physical therapist
you should
makes
be
me do.
you should be upstairs in bed.
Well, so should we all, darling, but the Sandman seems to have deserted us, and I think I know why. I didn't think you'd give me another sleepless night, but you have.
Did you give any thought at all as to what this might do to their marriage?
Honestly, no. Did anybody give any thought to what preempting my preview with yours would do to my chances?
Oh, God, you sound like a brat.
It was a gesture, Hope. Not a weekend in Tijuana. Why would I think this would affect their marriage at all?
That's a little self-serving of you, don't you think? Or hey, you know what? Maybe problems between my mother and your father is collateral damage that you don't really mind.
I am not my sister. I hated it when my parents split up. I wanted them back together. They just didn't know how to make each other happy anymore. Now other people make them happy, and I'm glad. I mean it. Maybe all I really wanted back was my childhood. We know that can't be.
Where's my mother now? Thomas, you had to know that when you did this, it would get people thinking and talking all over again about what happened at my graduation party.
Yes. And thinking, first you married the grandfather, then the father, now it's the son?
Okay, but if you say you have nothing against her, why would you want anyone thinking that about her?
Do I really have to explain this to you?
Yes, please.
We're not a family of clergy. We're a family business. We can't sell clothes unless people see them, and people won't see them unless they're looking our way. I got their attention.
Hey, Thomas, that's what models are for. That's advertising, promotion. That's what that's for. You could have taken your pants off, too. That would have gotten their attention. You really didn't have to throw my mother under the bus.
Why were you even discussing this with Ridge? You don't know what happened, Stephanie. You just think you do.
Everybody knows what happened. They're talking about in Paris this morning over their coffee and croissants.
Can we please just go home?
I think that's a very good idea.
I want you to tell me how this happened.
There's nothing to tell. It just did.
But why did you allow it? And don't look at him. Look at me. He can't answer for you.
Because I didn't think fast enough. Because it was Thomas.
But why would Thomas even think that you would allow it? I mean, he's always been a very shy kid. I just can't believe that he would knowingly set himself up this way.
You're not saying that I encouraged this.
It isn't in the realm of possibility.
No, it isn't.
With you, it's always accidental, isn't it?
I had nothing to do with what happened tonight.
You are the adult. You are the one that's supposed to have some sort of judgment.
Why are you trying to crucify me in front of my husband?
I'm not. I'm simply trying to get a straight answer out of you from what happened. And everything that comes out of your mouth is just empty. I feel so betrayed all over again.
Look, come on, let's go upstairs. Come on, let's get Ridge back to bed.
I'm so tired of talking. Can we just go home?
I'm going to make sure she's okay.
Yeah, I should be a little more patient with her. I mean, it's probably just the medication talking. Ridge, if I did something wrong...
If?
I'm sorry. Yes, if. It just happened so fast. I couldn't think about what to do.
Logan, when it did happen, did you at all think about me, about us?
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, I don't really think about you. I don't think about my arms or my legs or my lungs or my heart. It's just the engine that keeps me going. And so are you. It's not about what I do for a living. It's not about who I know or what I think about myself. It's you, Ridge. You come first before anything and everything.
You go make sure Dad settles her into bed, okay?
And then you'll be home?
Later.
I like your mother. She's true blue. She'd give you the shirt off her back. Which is where my grandmother starts objecting and the misunderstanding starts. But there's no bus. Brooke will be fine. She's probably the only person who actually understands what I did tonight and why.
You sound shocked,
I am.
as I'm sure everyone else was too.
They were supposed to be. Not you, not my parents. I thought I was inspired to tell you the truth.
Have you been drinking?
It was the scandal that wasn't. The scandal with no content. It didn't announce any horrific secrets, or expose any future alliances. It was perfect. Anybody walking by who saw that kiss, who had never seen us, who'd never read a newspaper, would have simply thought, isn't he a little young for her? It was only shocking unless you had the whole family tabloid history in your head. The scandal was the mirror. It reflected back to the people the dirty little things they were already thinking.
I see.
And it's going to put me on the map, along with my men's line. As of tomorrow, people will know my name.
Yeah, for all the wrong reasons.
People don't want to know you for the right ones. That's how publicity works. You gotta know that by now.
Okay, somehow, I think I understand what you intended.
Thank you.
But what about the part that you are leaving out? All the people who were actually involved. Thomas, you sound like somebody who's directing a play. What the meaning of your big gesture to the audience, blah, blah, blah. What about the meaning to my mother? That you have no respect for her.
That's not true.
What about what it meant to my dad? I mean, how could you make a spectacle of his wife that
Dad
way?
knows a spectacle is all it was.
Does he? I don't know. If I were him, I would have read it as contempt.
It was nothing personal. That has to be obvious.
I'm sorry, kissing's not personal? Thomas, that is anything but obvious. You know what? Never mind. I have my own mess to clean up right now.
You think I was wrong too?
Thomas, if the opinions of strangers matter more to you than the opinions of those that you're supposed to love, then you did great.
You want the TV on?
No, thank you. And don't leave me. Somebody has to drink that warm milk your father's going to bring up.
Come on, Mother, let Dad pamper you a little bit.
Don't worry, I will. He's got all those Donna years he has to make up. Just that warm milk, I can't stand it. You want to stay overnight? You can stay in your old room. Guest house is empty.
No, thank you. I have a lot to deal with at home.
I know. She honestly doesn't get it, does she? I mean, it just confounds her that laying this extraordinary kiss on your son in front of a worldwide audience, that it would upset anyone. Oh, it's just a gimmick. There's no harm. You know what's always been missing? A sense of what is right and wrong. Somehow, no matter what she does, she's always able to talk herself out of it. No matter how abhorrent the moment might be, she finds a way to explain herself around it, out of it, in out of it, any which way. Now do you understand why Taylor was so adamant about not wanting Thomas to work with Brooke?
It's not really something a father wants to think about.
Nor a grandmother.
Ridge?
No. It's me.